What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about the Miami Dolphins edge rusher room. Sorry it has to look like this on Spot Track. They can't really tell the difference on this website between defensive linemen and linebackers. Because, Emmanuel Ogbah is an edge rusher, and so is Bradley Chubb, but they have him in different spots, so I kind of had to expand it so we could look at everything. But anyway, we'll be going over their contracts, the room as a whole, and everything like that. We're definitely in a pretty rough spot, especially depth-wise. More so D-line than edge. Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips, that's great. We will have to pay Jalen Phillips after next year. It just kind of is what it is. Bradley Chubb, we still have for quite a while. Don't really have to worry about that. Chop Robinson, that was a great move. Also, I wouldn't be shocked if Bradley Chubb gets cut after this year. I mean, as you can see, the contract really jumps up after this year. So it wouldn't shock me to see him get cut. Which I think is why we drafted Chop Robinson and Muhammad Kamara. Because, you know, that does give us a little bit of depth. And it gives us some young edge rushers that we have for cheap, just in case we do have to cut Bradley Chubb or we can't re-sign Jalen Phillips or for whatever reason. It just kind of gives us more options to kind of play around with. So, I do appreciate that. So, like I said, we got Chubb for a while. We got Phillips. We don't know what their health is going to look like at the beginning of the year, but either way, we've got Chop Robinson. You know, he's kind of raw, but he is very explosive and very physically gifted. Muhammad Kamara, I think, can play. Emmanuel Ogbah, obviously, we did sign. I mean, it really comes down to how many edge rushers we're going to keep. Emmanuel Ogbah is only on a one-year deal. So right now we've got Chubb, Phillips, Ogbah, and Chop Robinson, and Muhammad Kamara. Those five, I think, are almost guaranteed to make the roster. After that, it kind of depends on how many we're going to keep. Zeke Vandenberg here is a guy that can play a little bit of linebacker and a little bit of edge, but I think he's mostly just a practice squad guy. He got hurt last year. That's why we didn't really get to see much of him. But we got Cameron Good, of course, and we've got Grayson Murphy, the undrafted free agent, who's apparently been doing pretty good in training camp so far. I mean, I liked him a lot. Pretty balanced guy, kind of a little bit raw, but I think he definitely has some potential. I think at the very least he can probably hang out on our practice squad, depending on how many edge rushers we decide to keep. Cameron Good, we only have 1 year left with him, but after this year we do have an exclusive rights free agent tag on him. And if you're not familiar with what that means, is basically we can press a button and keep him for another year at league minimum for that position. So I assume if he makes the team this year, we will do that. So we can keep him next year for cheap. I would like to probably keep 6 edge rushers. I think that's a pretty good number. And like I said, I mean, Chubb, Phillips, obviously, they're locked in, as locked in can get. Chop Robinson is locked in. Muhammad Kamara probably is too, so that's 4. I imagine Emmanuel Ogbah also makes the team. He does still have some left in the tank. He got, I believe, 5 sacks last year as well, despite not really playing a whole lot. So that's 5 spots right there. And then if we keep a 6, like I said, Cameron Good and Grayson Murphy, I think would be prime. They'd be in a prime position to try to take that last spot. If not, they can hopefully get on the practice squad. But we'll see. We'll see. We can't keep everybody. I mean, it's just kind of unfortunate. It is what it is. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, I would appreciate you hitting that like button. Hit with your questions or comments in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.